Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos.
On first down, Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
You block over here. 43 is the Mike. Bravo. Check, 43. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 43 is the Mike. 43 is the Mike. Focus, defense, focus. 43.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Yeah, Liz. Hey, Haywood. 7's the mic. 7's the mic. I'm coming.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You better be afraid of me. Get 300.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsay. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Flacco. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Setting up the throw, Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Hey, Alpha! 47's a mark, boy, 47.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
30. 43 is the mark.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. 26. 43. Get your swerve on. 43. 5. 65. 65.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a give to Lindsey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Come on, come get some. Come get some. Come on, come get some. One day. No.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Flacco. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
26 Mike.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Flacco. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Rodgers now, first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tackles.
Now Rodgers going to throw again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Check it out, read. Joker. Over. Switch it.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch the block. 43's the mic. You rush.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. That is incomplete.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going up top. It got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in his mid. Weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
319. Let's go, D.
He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Check girls, check girls, check Mike. Check three.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Rodgers now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The throw taken in by Hamilton. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football. Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Let's go.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Flacco off play action. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Escaping the pressure. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
They'll run on first down. Grant, and able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Smooth. 47. Check, 47.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Get 300. Get 300.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Sua Cravens with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Yes. Ready.
Nice 50. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
Roger, 5-0.
Give me something.
Yes, that's right.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Block it.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco is going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They're not ready for this.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
At their own 20-yard line.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Broncos first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
First and 10 here for Flacco. The 20. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hurry up.
Choose the mic. Check. 42's the mic. Watch twist.
A handoff, Lindsey running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
We own them.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Alert 3.
26.
27 Mike. 27.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hey, team 6.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The give to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Box it.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. He'll take a shot. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On second down, a run with Lindsey. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Flacco now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Flacco from the gun. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
To throw again on second down. Flacco looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Watch take the creep. Watch take the creep.
No.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's got his tight end Fant. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Flacco from midfield. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
1st down, Broncos.
38 to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Tight end, right.
On 1st down, Flacco. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Shit.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now.
Hey, Charlie.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Hey, box truck.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Yellow, yellow.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's got some space here. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking that's just pounded in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Screen pass to Lindsey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left half. Should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Black up. 47 Mike. 47.
Hey, take 26. Plant. Pick it up.
Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
On first down, Lindsey. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by McManus is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Get 300. Get 300.
43 is the mic.
Back to throw. Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious